Before we begin, pause for a moment. If possible, put on your headphones, sit comfortably, lower the volume of the world, breathe in. Let us begin. Day 4.
Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine seeing the truth clearly, yet living like you never saw it. You understand life is temporary. You understand attachment causes pain. You know exactly what you should do, and still nothing changes. Desire pulls you, anger follows, regret comes back again. This is where Arjuna now stands. He has accepted action. He has accepted responsibility. But a deeper question burns inside him. Arjuna asks Krishna,
"You speak of wisdom. You speak of letting go. You tell me the soul is free, unchanged by birth or death, yet you ask me to fight. If knowledge brings freedom, why must I still act? If action creates suffering, why not walk away from everything? Why not renounce the battlefield, the duty, the pain? Tell me clearly, Krishna, what is the right path?"
Krishna does not answer Arjuna immediately. He does not speak of war. He does not speak of duty. He speaks of time. This is chapter 4 of the Bhagavad Gita, Jnana, Karma, Sannyasa Yoga, the yoga of knowledge through action. And here, Krishna says,
I taught this imperishable yoga to the sun. The sun taught it to Manu. Manu taught it to kings.
When Krishna says the sun, he is not speaking of a ball of fire in the sky. In Vedic wisdom, the sun represents the source of life, the first witness of time, the power that illuminates without attachment. The sun works endlessly. It gives energy to all. It asks for nothing in return. It is untouched by praise or blame. This is karma yoga in its purest form. So, when Krishna says he taught the sun, he is saying this wisdom is as old as existence itself. This knowledge is ancient, timeless, but it fades when people forget how to live it. Over the time, people followed rituals without understanding, acted without awareness, sought power without wisdom. When form remains but meaning is lost, knowledge decays. That is why this teaching had to be spoken again, not in a temple, not in a school, but on a battlefield. The place is Kurukshetra. 2 armies face each other. On one side stand the Kauravas, armed with power, pride, and deep attachment to control. On the other stand the Pandavas, bound by duty, shaken by confusion, and heavy with fear. Between them stands Arjuna. He has already heard Krishna speak of the soul of immortality, of fearlessness, yet his confusion remains because knowing the truth is different from living it. Arjuna turns to Krishna again and asks,
"Krishna, you speak of teaching this wisdom at the beginning of creation? Yet you stand before me now as my charioteer. How is this possible?"
And Krishna reveals a truth that shakes the idea of birth and death. Krishna says,
I remember all my births. You do not. This is not a story. This is consciousness speaking. The body is born. The mind changes. Names come and go, but the awareness watching all of it has never been touched.
Krishna is not bound by action because he does not act from ego, he acts from knowledge. This is the heart of chapter 4. Krishna then says something that stops Arjuna's mind.
The wise see stillness in action and movement in stillness.
Arjuna asks.
What does this mean?
Krishna explains.
An enlightened being acts fully, yet remains untouched. Because they know. I am not the body that moves. I am not the mind that wants. I am the awareness in which all movement appears. When this is known, action no longer binds. It cleanses, it frees. This is action without bondage, and when someone sits quietly, but the mind is restless, burning with desire, that is not peace. That is action hidden inside stillness, stillness outside, chaos inside.
Krishna's voice grows firmer.
True knowledge is fire. It burns ignorance. It burns the false idea that you are defined by results. Just as fire turns wood to ash, knowledge turns karma into freedom. Work continues. Effort continues, but suffering ends. Arjuna lowers his gaze, not in fear, but in clarity.
Arjuna looks at his hands. The same hands that trembled before now feels lighter. He asks softly,
Then action is not the enemy?
Krishna replies,
Attachment is. Act with discipline, work with sincerity, but give up ownership of outcomes. When action is offered without attachment, it leaves no scar.
This conversation happened 5,000 years ago, but the confusion is modern. Today's battlefield is different. No arrows, no chariots. But the pressure is the same. Deadlines, expectations, comparison, fear of failure. People don't burn out from work. They burn out because their worth is tied to outcomes. Just like Arjuna feared losing his identity, we fear losing ours. Krishna's teaching still works. Work fully, care deeply, act sincerely. Stop saying, I act, I achieve, I fail. You are not your productivity. You are not your success. You are not your failure. You are the awareness in which all action happens. When this is understood, work becomes worship, effort becomes peaceful. If you are listening today, you don't need to quit life. You need to understand action. Tomorrow, Krishna will reveal why knowledge must be lived, not memorized. Why wisdom without practice is incomplete, and why real mastery is inner discipline. Rest now, warrior. Action will return. But now, it will not bind you.
The wisdom you heard today is not meant to stay in words. Let it show in how you work without fear, act without attachment, stand steady when outcomes shake. If this message helped you, please share it with someone who may be silently struggling, someone who needs strength but does not know where to find it. Your share may reach them at the exact moment they need it. Thank you for walking this path with us. Thank you for your presence. More wisdom awaits. More clarity will come. Day 4 ends here. The journey continues.